Hello, this is Tom Britt. West Tennessee PBS is working hard to bring you more local shows and quality PBS programs. And they need your financial help because they don't run commercials, they rely on your support. It's easy to donate. Go to their website, westtnpbs.org, and click on the Donate tab. Your donations to Channel 11 stay local and help WLJT-TV continue their mission to be as local as possible.
Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. It is my pleasure to get to introduce to you our guest speaker. He is a proud West Tennessean. AJ has been able to call Jackson home for most of his life. A proud graduate of Jackson Central Mary. Who was from Jackson Central Mary? All right. Good job. He played football at the University of Mississippi. Who are our Mississippi fans in here? Who? Okay. And then he went on to graduate from Union University with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from Union. He has a long career in banking, and he's worked at a large regional bank, a local community bank, and a credit union. So if you want to know about banking, you could ask AJ, right? AJ served as a Jackson-Madison County School Board member from 2018 to 2022. He was elected mayor of Madison County in 2022. A Leadership Jackson class of 2009. LJ, give it up, LJ. Come on, LJ. I'm always gonna say 16, but you know. Oh, AJ was awarded the COPE Community Observance of Personal Excellence Award in 2015. And the Distinguished Leadership Award from the Association of Leadership Programs the following year. In 2024, Mayor Massey was awarded the Senator Douglas Henry Outstanding Public Official Award from the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth. That's pretty important, guys. We serve children. We love children, right? Nod your heads this way. I can't see you. Nod your heads this way. Okay. AJ has served on the board of directors for Madison County CASA, the Exchange Club Carl Perkins Center for Child Abuse, the Rotary Club, and he served on the Boys and Girls Club of Jackson. Give it up, come on. He also serves as an active member for the Deacon of Inglewood Baptist Church. AJ loves his community, fishing, reading, and cheering on the Chicago Cubs and the Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss, come on. Okay. He also enjoys traveling and spending time with his family. AJ is married to Lauren for 21 years, guys. And they have two sons, Brooks 12 and Wells 6. Let's give it up for Mayor AJ Massey.
I knew you were the right choice, Miss Sabrina. Yeah, and I heard some groans when Ole Miss and the Cubs came up there. Just talk to me afterwards, I guess. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. I do want to just thank my fellow Rotarians for the opportunity to speak to you about the good that's happening in our community and in our county. I do want to recognize, which I've gotten a kick out of this since it happened a few minutes ago. My wife is here, and she is wonderful, and she is skilled at so many things. Being in front of a group of people is not one of those things. She does not want to be in front of a group of people. So for all of you to say, and they call her Lauren, if she could have crawled under that table, I think she would have. It was wonderful for me. So welcome, First Lady of Madison County, and the first father-in-law of Madison County, Larry Murphy, is here as well. So welcome, you guys. Thanks for being here. We also have several county employees and elected officials. I want to make sure we mention our trustee, Billy Burkhead, of course. Commissioner Gary Deaton and Mike Bryant are in the room, and I don't think I missed any commissioners. Then, of course, General Pickens up here in front. So we appreciate you, and thank you for being here. And then our fire chief, Chief Turner, is here as well. So thank y'all. I actually had several more members of our county that were going to be here, but we are preparing for this weekend, and they're busy. They're actually on a call right now to kind of arrange some things. I do want to applaud our city mayor for stepping up and arranging some help for our community members here locally. And we are doing our best to serve and get ready as best we can. I told some people today that we're going to be ready, and we're going to do what's right, and we're going to do what we can. But there's going to be a point where you just got to sit still. So understand that. Go get some board games. I understand there's no more bread left in the county, but go get something to do, and hopefully we'll keep everything rolling. So in 2025, Madison County mourned the loss of two dedicated public servants, Commissioner James Arthur Wilson and Commissioner Luther T. Mercer. Both men served this county with integrity, humility, and a deep love for their communities. With honor, we honor their legacy and their service. We also welcome one new commissioner, Commissioner Tina Mercer, who now represents District 1 and continues her family's tradition of service to Madison County. So as of today, I've been in office for 3 years, 4 months, and 20 days. This was never part of my plan, original plan for community service. I first ran unopposed for the school board in 2018, simply wanting to help our schools succeed while raising a young family here. In 2022, I was content to serve as a banker and contribute where I could. But as often happens, contentment gave way to calling. As opportunity arose to serve at a higher level, I stepped forward, guided by my faith, my family, and a belief in principled leadership. That brings us to a simple framework I want to walk you through today. What we promised, what we delivered, and what's next. So what we promised. We promised, number one, responsible stewardship of taxpayer dollars. We promised safe communities and strong public safety. We promised reliable roads and core infrastructure investment. We promised parks and recreation and quality of life investments. We promised support for children, families, and education. We promised thoughtful economic growth that benefits the entire county. And we promised a county government focused on conservative values, service, accountability, and long-term planning. So let's talk about what we delivered. Drawing on my 17 years of banking and high-level financial management and business ownership, we've passed a balanced budget every year, allocating about $300 million of your taxpayer money, while finishing an average of $4.5 million under budget each year. I don't have the exact 2025 number, but it's trending to be near that number as well. We strengthened Madison County's financial position by more than doubling the debt service fund balance from $17 million in 2022 to $36 million today. Why that's important is, speaking of JCM, the new Jackson Central Mary Middle and High School was built as I was coming into office while my time was on the school board, and the county took on $17 million of debt that matures in 2028. That $17 million, the plan was to either term it out or find a way to refinance that debt in 2028. As we know what's happened to rates since then, 2028 was not looking great in the world of financial management. And so we actually have enough money in our debt service fund balance to write a check and pay that debt off next year or in 2 years. So that's important. That's no more debt service in your county, no hint of raising taxes. We're able to do that with our debt service from responsible financial management. We maintain disciplined debt payments of about $11 million a year. And we have over $107 million in debt when I took office. Well, in my first term, at around $74 million in debt. And we haven't borrowed a penny since I've taken office. I worked with Trustee Billy Burkhead and County Commission to establish an investment committee made up of myself, Trustee Burkhead, and Finance Director Michelle Sellers. We have earned, since 2022, $19 million of investment income on our county funds. These are funds that were sitting idle, waiting for use. A lot of that was Pope Elementary that was sitting there. The county had borrowed previous to my term, and they were sitting waiting to spend that money, and the school system hadn't begun construction yet. And so we were able to take that money and put it to work for you, the taxpayer. And once again, think about that $19 million of investment revenue that we've been able to earn just by active and proactive management. This helps fund a total of 13% raises for county employees since 2022, a $48 million new pre-K through 8 in Northwest Madison County, unprecedented investment in our infrastructure and other capital priorities, all without a hint of raising taxes. We promised roads and infrastructure. We made sustained investments across our 700 miles of county roads. We committed $12 million for road improvements in 2025 alone, one of the largest annual road investments in county history. We secured state, federal, and ARP funding to identify and map every cross drain in the county. We replaced 60 to 70 of those deficient drainage structures, and in the interim, improved bridges, intersections, and roadway safety. We introduced data-driven planning tools to guide long-term infrastructure decisions. We resurfaced several main arterial roads, Riverside Drive, Ashport Road, several other main roads in the county. And with the help of Sheriff Weiser, we removed literal tons of trash from our roadway, which led to a partnership with the City of Jackson. At Jackson Regional Airport, we completed more than $35 million of upgrades, a new runway, control tower, lighting and navigation upgrades, strengthening infrastructure with state and federal support, and welcome Denver Air Connections commercial jet service connecting our community to major hubs in Atlanta and Chicago, carrying over 10,500 passengers in 25 alone. These improvements expand travel options, strengthen regional connectivity, and support economic growth for Madison County and all of West Tennessee. Public safety and emergency preparedness. We opened the expanded criminal justice complex, improving safety, medical care, and rehabilitation opportunities for our inmates. We reduced the jail population by nearly 100 inmates, allowing Courthouse Jail Annex to be vacated for the first time in decades. We funded 32 school resource officers, ensuring consistent law enforcement present in our county schools. If you didn't hear me, there's an SRO, school resource officer, at every single one of our schools in Jackson-Madison County Public School System. And several of them have at least two in there. And with the help of Dr. King and his security team, I feel very well protected dropping off my family, several members of my family, at a public school every day of the week. And so I understand that doesn't solve all the issues with our public schools and the dangers that may arise there, but I'm very proud of our county commission and our county structure that we put our money behind that and invested in school resource officers in our schools. We strengthened fire, EMA, and sheriff's operations through new equipment and grant-funded resources, expanded emergency response capacity by adding additional tornado sirens and enhanced emergency planning, partnering with other West Tennessee counties to improve regional readiness and recovery capabilities. We promised parks and recreation and quality of life upgrades. We've expanded our county park acreage by more than 65%, from approximately 330 acres to over 500 acres of Madison County parks. We deliver visible improvements across our county parks, new playgrounds and ADA accessible equipment, renovated facilities, parking improvements, new pavilions, community-driven enhancements funded through 50-50 state and county partnerships. Just this year alone, we opened David Smith Park in Beach Bluff. We completed renovation of Beach Bluff Rec Center and Gym and Lobby, completely repaved and restriped Bourne and Pope Parks. Can I get an amen? We have lines at Pew Bourne and at Pope. We renovated the ball fields at Pope and Bourne Parks, and that's ongoing. Renovated the bathrooms at Pope Park as well. Expanded the Festival of Lights this year to 60 displays. Began construction of Tally Park in Denmark, and received a $45,000 grant for Salem Cemetery Historic Park, an archaeological survey and master plan under works there. Over the past 3 years since taking office, we've invested in our children and our education and our workforce. We've maintained close coordination with school leadership to stay ahead of safety and facility needs. We opened the $48 million pre-K through 8, including a county-funded tornado safe room. And we advanced the $37 million Workforce Development Center on the Jackson State campus, and we established the Jackson-Madison County Children's Cabinet, which I chair alongside Mayor Conger and Superintendent King, uniting education, public safety, healthcare, housing, and nonprofit partners around 4 initiatives: early childhood education, youth violence reduction, mental health outcomes for our caregivers and our youth, and housing stability. We initiated planning for a child care facility to support our working families in the county. We promised economic development and growth. We supported hundreds of millions of dollars in private investment, creating high-quality jobs and expanding the tax base. Within the first month of service, we broke ground on Georgia Pacific, Dixie plant, which began production in July of 2025. That's a $425 million project sitting on 241 acres in the airport area. That's 200 jobs paying well above the county average. At the 10-month mark of my service in office, we announced 6K Energy, battery material manufacturer, a $230 million investment, and 220 high-paying jobs. I'm 1 for 1 on industrial recruitment, so I don't know if you know that, but that's pretty good. I'm told that may not maintain. Mayor Harris, I think you may concur. Further position Madison County to benefit from regional growth opportunities, including Blue Oval City. We advanced transformational projects like the Crossing at Exum Place, delivered housing, commercial development, green space, and new amenities in that area. We focus on selective, sustainable growth that balances opportunity with livability. We want to protect the culture of Madison County while seeking to eliminate barriers to growth on your terms. During my first term, we have seen a total of $750 million in new industry announcements with 680 new jobs and $725 million of existing industry expansion and 1,330 jobs. So in the last 3 years, this is a total investment of $1.475 billion in Madison County and 2,010 new jobs, exceeding the total county investment from the previous 6 years combined. Public health and opioid abatement. We secured over $1.3 million in opioid settlement funds, established a transparent, accountable allocation process chaired by our sheriff. We've directed significant funding toward local prevention, treatment, and response initiatives with the opioid epidemic beginning in 2025. So, what's next? I promise to continue to continue our record level investment in our roads and our infrastructure, with additional miles paved and drainage improvements planned. We promise to complete and open major projects, including that Workforce Development Center on Jackson State's campus, ongoing parks and rec upgrades, including field rebuilds at Pope and Pewborn Park, and a splash pad at Pewborn Park. Middle Fork Bottoms Visitor Center is under works with new restrooms, a boardwalk area, as many other improvements to our second state park in Madison County. We plan to break ground and begin building our Madison County Regional Juvenile Justice Center with 48 beds to serve our juvenile offenders in Madison County. We hope to get 6K Energy to begin this spring to go up with their construction. And of course, as all you've heard in the news lately, and Frank, you broke the news, I believe. Great Wolf Lodge. Great Wolf Lodge is as close as we've ever been, and we are in the works and very excited about that project. So as I said in the chamber event a few days ago, and if you didn't hear, I'll let you in on the secret. Expect a little bit of a snarky response from me when we get that facility open. I plan on going to every location I can and just filming a simple message. It's never going to happen. And then I'm going to go to the slide. This ain't never going to happen. Then I'm going to go sit in a room and go, this place ever ain't going to happen. There's so many cave people, as I've learned, citizens against virtually everything. We're tired of those cave people because good things are happening, and we want to advertise that. We'll take ownership of the bad, but good things are happening, and Great Wolf is one of those. That's an extra 500,000 visitors to Madison County. We promise to expand child care options to support workforce participation and family stability. We'll continue to deploy our opioid abatement funds with measurable outcomes and community accountability. And we're going to advance our juvenile justice and public safety planning by focusing on prevention and rehabilitation. We're going to support responsible economic growth, removing barriers and encouraging housing development. And plan not just for the next budget year, but for the next generation of Madison County residents. So in closing, it matters who you elect in local office. I believe it's imperative to elect men and women who represent you, your children, and your grandchildren. It's crucial to elect people who can get things done, no matter the obstacles or the people in their way. I believe my administration has proven we can get things done. We're committed to delivering for you and your family. After all, I will, God willing, be here to witness the outcomes of the decisions that we're making today. My mission is admittedly a selfish one. I want to help build a community where my sons want to raise their families. I want to remove any doubt that Madison County is the safest, the cleanest, the most affordable county in Tennessee, where they can earn a great living while enjoying the highest quality of life, entertainment, and rich culture and community that I've dedicated my life to. Tomorrow's coming. The future is on its way. We're committed to defining that future. What we promised was responsible, conservative, servant leadership. What we've delivered was an unwavering commitment to the ideals we initially professed and progress that you can see. And what's next is a Madison County that continues to grow stronger, safer, and more prepared for that future. It's the honor of my life to serve as your county mayor, and I appreciate your attention.
This program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.
It's all about home.